like it. It was like a spring day in Boise today, I thought.
Hello, working media.
All right. Here we go.
The offense again tonight just continued to produce. It's 3 games now. I know you kept saying the shots were going to start falling, the offense was going to come. Is this kind of what you envisioned?
Yeah, but I think that our defense got everything going. The energy we played with on defense kind of carried over to our offense. And, sometimes it's funny because sometimes your offense, you feel like, we've had games where I thought we played great offense, just didn't, the operation was a success, but you miss the shot, so the patient dies. Sometimes making shots covers up for loss, but we got each other great shots. We moved the ball really well. We had great pace to our offense, but I thought it started with our defense because, when you have a team, different teams have different strengths and things you got to work on, and you find those weaknesses and you start working on them, you get them better at it. Well, I think you're seeing a team that's kind of coming together in all aspects of the game. I wasn't just being positive, Pollyanna positive about our shooting. I believed that and I knew it because they're too good of shooters and now you're starting to see that take shape. And our offense was so efficient. What did we end up shooting from the, 50, almost 59% and 50 from 3. So that looked like a good offensive team, but I was more pleased with the defensive jump that we made. And, I've been spinning things, but, I made the decision to go with Emmanuel because of his defense. And he stepped up, and I have a special place in my heart for those guys that they show up every day with a great attitude, and they work and they keep getting better, and they are positive regardless of their circumstances, whether they played 3 minutes or 20 minutes. And they're like, nope, it's on me. I'll get better. I'll keep getting better. And then when they get their opportunity, they make the best of it. And I've got a team full of guys like that, if things aren't going good, they'll just keep working, keep sawing wood to try to help this team. And that's why you see what you saw tonight is, hey, we were heartbroken. Those are heartbreakers. And when you lose a game like that, on 2 good teams playing, and somebody's got to lose, and they made one more shot than we did. And to recover from that the way we did, it says a lot about these guys and who they are.
I don't know how many different lineup combinations you guys have had now this season, but do you have a little fun kind of, tinkering with that, trying to figure out what the right lineup will be to have you guys have the most success?
I have more fun when I think I know everything, better. There's been too many unknowns of, I want to know what I'm getting from each guy every night. And again, that's just the modern era, I think. You just got to, like I said, 8 guys that weren't in our uniforms last, so you got the freshman group over there that just, it's lack of experience at this level. And then you got other guys that just weren't in our system. You got other guys moving up from a lot of parts in those things. So experience matters. And with more experience, you probably get more consistency. And, you look at our 2 most consistent guys right now are Al and Tyson. You almost know what you're getting every night, and then sometimes they exceed what you think you're going to get. So that's what we want out of all our guys, and I think we're starting to settle into that.
When it comes to the depth that you have, Tyson played the fewest minutes he's played in a game since he decided to start him in Game 7 of his true freshman.
Oh, is that true? Wow.
How before you go back-to-back roadie coming up here, how big is that? Nobody played over 28 minutes.
Yeah. No, I think that's huge because this, me and some other coaches in this league were talking about, this is the first time we've ever played 20 league games. And it is a war of attrition, You're going to, we played Saturday. We flew home. We prepped on Sunday. We practiced. You're trying to squeeze all this in such a short time and keep your guys fresh. And it's the teams that maybe have some depth that, we're not even out of January yet. So, yeah, I think that's going to be a valuable thing that's going to pay dividends down the road.
Are some of those dividends, I mean, I'll go back to the Spokane years. I mean, I think you guys only played 14 league games most years.
Right.
It was an 18
Right.
WCC, but the depth on this, and some of those Gonzaga teams,
Mhm.
you guys had future NBA players
Right.
on their second team in practice.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that kind of close to this where you can finally?
Well, here's what would happen in those teams. When we had a ton of depth, we'd go 14-0. When we had pretty good depth, we go 13-1. When we didn't have enough depth, we go 12-2. That was pretty consistent because if it was just 5 or 4 or 5 or 6 guys, they could have bad nights. But when you have 11 that are contributing, that can get going, that gets you through or it gets you through anything that might happen that's weird or, guy falling out or things like that. And I think but when you play a 20-game league schedule, the grind of that's where our depth is gonna, and then, fighting for minutes is, not maybe fighting, I shouldn't say, but like, let me go play as hard as I can for 3.5 minutes, and then you're subbing in an all-league player behind it, and then here comes another guy that's really good, and here comes, but there's no drop-off. The other team's like, God, they got a lead, and then those subs extended the lead, So I think that's where we're going to keep growing and getting better. Because, like you said, like I was talking about, there's 3 freshmen that have played a lot of minutes. They're going to be better in 30 days. They're going to be better in 60 days than they are now. Like Julian did some great things tonight, and he had 4 turnovers. And I said, the way you're shooting it, just shoot it. We'll go rebound it, but we won't have to rebound it. You'll make it. So, but that's game experience. He needs to just, and he will. He's a great athlete and great player, but that's a freshman getting more game experience that's much needed.
It's pretty rare, since you've been here, for a true freshman to play ball in Idaho.
Yeah.
Make the impact he's doing. How much more comfortable do you see him kind of getting and growing?
Well, I knew what we had, and as far as his ability, you look at these freshmen, all 3 of them. There's a reason they're playing. They're not playing because I love them. That's I do, but they're playing. They're good players, and they're just going to get better and better and better. And because we're going to coach them hard. We're going to coach everybody on this team hard to make them better and better and better. Because I said it all along that we're kind of scratching through. And now you're starting to see some of the things I was talking about. I think so. No, that's what I said too. I said because usually in a game that's that much of a one-sided, is that guy's not involved in every single point. That's impressive, and he made some spectacular plays. I thought that play at the end of the half was so impressive. He knew where shooters were, and what did he have? 8 assists in 27 minutes, right? So. Yeah, he's fun to watch.
How much will the experience Saturday with the crowd and everything help you guys more on Friday night?
I think it helps. I don't know how you measure it, but because think about this too. You have a bunch of guys that have never been in that kind of atmosphere, and I thought they did a great job. They had the right mindset, they had the right approach, they had the right, and that's now you're talking about 2 of the best environments in the whole country. That day at Utah State, I don't remember anyone in my career that was that crazy loud, and and it affects the game. It does. And our guys, they did it. They handled it great. Now, think about that. All those guys that had never been in that, 3 freshmen that played, and guys that just hadn't been in that environment before, and they just get more and more comfortable in it, and we'll get better at it.
I know you don't control the schedule, but, would you rather have those 2, tough environments, Utah State and New Mexico, earlier in the conference schedule, or would you rather have?
I'd rather play all home games at the Boise State University. That's what they should do, like COVID. But everybody comes here and plays 2 games, and then they can go home. That would be a good Yes.
But is there any advantage to?
I don't know. That's I think it's more. I always say it's not who you play; it's when you play them. I think it's more about that. You catch a hop here or there. That sometimes you just get lucky on who you play at the right time, or sometimes you get unlucky who you play at the wrong time. That's just the way basketball is. And over the course of a season, that might even out. Over the course of a career, it does. But sometimes you get a bunch of like, oh my God, they're playing great now, and we've had seemed like we've had a lot of those right now. But hey, you play what's on your schedule, and our guys will go battle, and we're excited to go do it.
Just one more on that
Okay.
specifically. What do you make of what, obviously Dent, and obviously they're, undefeated in the league right now.
Yeah, no, they've got a great look, and they're playing great, and some of the best players in the league, and it seems like it's Coach Pitino's best team because of they're doing all the things, all the dirty work, and that's how they beat San Diego State so bad. They out toughed them, and that's saying something because San Diego State came in here and out rebounded us, and they hammered them on the glass. I mean, it was so impressive, and he's doing an amazing job, and we know what we're in for.